Ymir.
Okay. Um, let's see if this works out. It
It
looks
is
like it's
Ymir.
going to. Yeah. So they made that Honda skin. I'm doing a video of the video because my smite is just not working at all. Um, so this time around, I guess I could be a little more articulate. Um, these over here are just videos when I was doing an FGC uh, blog series. So I guess we're gonna start with itemization. Uh, oh, I was addressing player-made walls. Ymir's one is a player-made wall. It's very good. At the World Championship, Epsilon Esports IRAFer actually chose to skill that, rank it up first to reduce the cooldown before he did the Frost Breath, which is uncommon, but that was just a strat that they had come up with. So now in Season 3, if you look here, the relics, you don't have to buy active items anymore, so that's good. I prefer cooldown boots with Ymir here. Sometimes you're going to go power boots, but it's not often. You don't hit people enough to go Talari boots, and tank boots, um, not really in the meta at the moment. Can be good, but not really worth. CDR boots have extra mana on them, and of course they give you CDR. The more freezes you get off in a fight, the better. The more ice carpets you get off in a fight, the better. So my preference is Shoes of Focus, also known as cooldown reduction boots. Obviously, as a starter item, you're gonna go Watcher's Gift, or Mark of the Vanguard, but Watcher's Gift is really the best to collect gold as a support because you can't just sit and farm a lane. Um, I guess I'm still talking about boots. Next, we're going to go into the Sov tree, which they changed. You got Midgardian Male, Midgardian Mystical, and then Sovereignty. And Sovereignty gives you the aura physical protections, base physical protections, not base, additional physical protections, and health. And Heart Ward does pretty much the same thing, but for magical. Here we have Bulwark, Pestilence, and Heart Ward. Those are two of the most common support items ever. Here is this damage line. If you want to go damage, I prefer Void Stone because it reduces magical protection and aura. So if you get close to them and you hit them, you just whack them. Um, I was talking about that Watcher's Gift before versus Mark of the Vanguard. Oh yeah, Hide of the Urchin. Jeff Hindla pioneered this along with Incontinentia. Um, it gives you often people would go sovereignty and then hide or heart ward and then hide because it gives you those double protections. You can't really see it in this, but if you go into the client, you can. But hide is an item you want to get earlier on, unless you have like a ton of gold to spend, but you really won't as a support. Um, gives you health, gives you cooldown reduction. Doesn't get gives you mana and physical and magical protection. It's all around fantastic item. Little expensive in a support build. Wingblade is one of my favorite items. Health, CDR, movement speed, resistance to slows, and if you get slowed, you actually speed up. Um, Great item. Also gives you attack speed. You get to swing that Ymir club around a little bit more. I really like this item a lot. We saw junglers actually building this at the end of Season 2. If you go into more items here, need Watcher's Gift, but we're just doing hypothetical full build. Um, Here we have Breastplate of Valor. They changed the tree. Got our Nemean Lion Breastplate, and this is the new item. I don't remember what it's called. Um, they're all good. I call this the run at an 80 carry tree because it gives you a lot of physical protection and stuff. Um, so if you go cooldown boots, winged blade, and a breastplate, you see here I'm checking the cooldown reduction. You almost max out your cooldown reduction, which is fantastic. So breastplate, another good item. This is a good item too. The spectral shield or whatever it's called. Nemean Line also a great item to run into auto attackers like a Mercury and an 80 carry or something like that. A lot of times you'll see your solo laner building this if they have a Mercury and an 80 carry, or they're running two 80 carries or something like that. Um, yeah, so that's that. I think I just go over some more items here. Yeah, so this is mage damage items. You got Spear, Voidstone, the new thing, and Obsidian Shard. This is the physical protection, basically tree. Mystical Mail, of course, is that AoE magical damage. Bulwark, Pestilence, and Heart Ward. Soul Reaver is actually a good item on Ymir because if you hit them once, you like kill them. These are new. They're pretty good. Gives you HP 5, and the other one gives you MP 5. I would definitely check them out. Oni Hunter's Garb, and the other is some other garb. So if we talk about actives here, as a support, you're only going to be buying really a couple of different actives. You got your Weakening Curse, you got your Heavenly Agility, Girdle. That's Aegis, you're not going to be getting that. That's Beads, you're probably not going to be getting that. Shell is a fantastic item, one of my favorites. Blink on Ymir is almost mandatory because you really need that hard initiation, and Freeze is not like a long distance move. So to be able to like blink on someone, freeze them, and hold them in place to get like your carry up there or your jungler to use one of their movement abilities to get up in there and kill them is huge. So you're going to be going blink on Ymir almost every single game. It's just necessary. Kind of like on Geb and Sylvanas, you pretty much just need it. There I show off the blink, being able to close space. So you can experiment by whatever you want. Just play around with it in the casual games and stuff. Here I'm jumping around. So some of the combos that Ymir has is you freeze them, and then you wall their escape, and then you can pop ult or whack them. But it's important to use Ymir's passive. We're going to look it up right now. It's called Frostbite. You can't really see it right there, but basically when Ymir hits you with an ability, you get something called Frostbite. And then when you hit your opponent with an auto attack, the next auto attack is guaranteed to do double the damage or 100% more damage than it normally would. So you can go freeze them. Here I'm just trolling the raw bot, but like you go freeze, auto attack, 2 auto attack, and that's a ton of damage if you can get that off. Most of the time you just go freeze, auto attack 2. See that? That's a really simple combo. Freeze into wall, into ult. That's a classic Ymir combo. And one of the things I wanted to note with Ymir is that his ult, when he charges it up, he has CC immunity. So like if like an Ares is about to pull you, you can just charge ult when the pull happens and then let go of ult and you won't get pulled. Here I just go to Conquest for a bit. One of the reasons that Ymir is so great in Conquest, he's not fantastic. He hasn't been fantastic for a long time. I mean, he was one of the first gods ever made, even before I started playing the game. But he just provides a lot, and his clear is really good. Like, he has fantastic, like, without any items, he just hits like a truck, and in his natural progression, he gets like 100 health per level or something like it's he's just a great overall base stats god. His base stats are pretty incredible. Now, if you look into Ymir's kit, you want to be starting with the 2 and prioritize leveling the 2, and then the 3, and then 1 and ult. But besides level 20, because obviously your last point, your ult is level 20, your wall is like the least priority. Again, here I talk about Watcher's Gift and how it's the most important item in the game for supports, essentially. You're going to go boots 1 start because you don't have to buy the blink anymore. The blink is no cost. And now supports are running right now. Like, you can go up ward. I see I ping out the map here. Ward their red or ward like the mid camp so you don't get ganked. Don't get invaded on. Personally, I like to go 4 health pots, 4 mana pots instead of multi-pots because Ymir just spends a lot of mana and you don't have the additional mana yet because you only have boots 1. So it just helps a lot, but if you feel like you're losing trades too much or you're not super comfortable and you're like tanking archer damage, you may want to just go health pot, multi-pot, and pop them both at the same time. So now that they have just red and then 2 XP, not red and purple, Ymir actually gets a little bit better because his clear is so good and his 2 is so strong at level 1 that you clear the camps insanely fast, and if you get the carry to lane fast, you win. So that's about it.